We all know Breece Hall got paid by the New York Jets. There's someone that's joined the show that hasn't got a chance to comment on that yet. But apparently there's some ripple effects. Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis, trade calls for the Jets. Oh boy, we'll talk about it. Boy Green Daily starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, just football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, let's go!
What's going on, everybody? Happy weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. If you're watching us live, you're on our Facebook page, YouTube page, Twitter page. And if you're rewatching the show, you could be rewatching it on YouTube. It's on demand immediately after the show is over. So if you ever sleep in late or anything happens, you guys can always rewatch the show. And of course, the audio-only version of this podcast is exclusively on the Believe Network. B-L-E-A-V, baby. Believe. And I'm glad they believed in me and recruited Boy Green Daily over there. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you guys go over to wherever you listen to your audio podcast, Amazon, Apple, and review and rate the show. Believe in me would appreciate it. And that would be terrific. So make sure you guys show your support. So we'll dive into all this running back trade conversation. There's a YouTube poll up that you guys can check out as well. But let's bring in my special guest here on a Saturday. It's been a hot second, but let's bring him in. Hop on Pop, live from Romania. What's up, Pop?
Hey now, good morning, Coffee Club.
There you go. We are here. We have arrived. Now, I'm sure you're at the brimming surface of sharing some Breece Hall insights. But before we get there, we could get to the ripple effects of it. So the Jets pay Breece Hall a 3-year deal, maximum value of $45.75 million, which at a maximum value would make him the third highest paid running back in football, which we'll get into in a second. It's really a 2-year deal, $29 million fully guaranteed. Anywho, this is a story we couldn't get to because there's just news every day, so I had to save it. And I'm glad I did because it gives you a reason to talk some Breece Hall here on the show. But Rich Cimini wrote in his column, let me go right to it. It's actually also in the YouTube description down below if you guys want to check it out. But here was the quote from Rich Cimini saying, quote, "The committee is history now that Breece Hall has been paid. You don't pay a running back $14.5 million a year to be in a time-sharing situation that wouldn't be an effective use of cap space." And he says, with the significant commitment to Hall, contractually speaking, who will make $29 million guaranteed in 2026 and 2027, it wouldn't be a surprise if the Jets start receiving trade inquiries on Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis. And I guess that makes sense that when someone gets paid, other teams will start vulturing around. I just have to say this as bluntly as possible. The Jets should absolutely not move Braelon Allen or Isaiah Davis. They're two rookies from the same class. They're halfway through their rookie contracts. When you're a rookie that was selected anywhere between the 2nd and 7th rounds, you get a 4-year standard contract, and then you're a free agent. If you're a first-round pick, of course, you have that 5th-year team option. And Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis have shown flashes. If you have depth, you want to keep it. And they're on cheap rookie control for the next 2 years. But here's the thing. If someone's going to come trade calling for Isaiah Davis or Braelon Allen, what are they offering? Like, they've been fine. There's been intrigue enough that the Jets want to keep them and not cut them. But I don't think there's been enough intrigue of, whoa, they could garner a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-round pick or a 4th-round pick. I feel like if anyone trades for Isaiah Davis or Braelon Allen, and I'll bring up some stats in a second here, but we can save that for after your reaction to this. Like, they've been interesting, but it would be for inconsequential draft compensation would be my assumption. So why make your team worse? Like, if this happened before the draft and the Jets had some running back in mind that they wanted to add in to replace one of these guys, okay, maybe. But, like, we're in May now. It's too late. No, sorry. If you call, boop, hang up, do not disturb, sound off. I'm not interested in any of those trade conversations. Pop, your response is what to Rich Samini's, suggestions?
Well, I believe Mr. Samini may be
Yes.
trying to take your title away
Oh,
from you.
what title is that?
Moron.
Ah,
Yeah, let's break it down for a minute.
okay.
Breece Hall.
Okay.
No, please never do that again. Breece Hall.
Alrighty.
What was he worth in October last year by teams that were interested? What round draft pick was he worth?
Oh, yes. A fourth rounder was the maximum value apparently they received in terms of trade offers.
Hmm. Anyways, we'll put a pin in that. Come back to that later. So for what is perceived as a competent, mediocre running back, you could get a fourth round pick. What in God's name would you get for somebody with not a proven track record? What would the Jets get? 5, 6, 7, maybe? Right? I mean,
Probably
that's
not even that. Yeah. Well.
yeah. And so their salary now is both around 2 million a year, roughly.
Yeah. They have so Braelon Allen is 22. He has 2 years left on the $4.5 million contract, and Isaiah Davis, who's 24, has 2 years left on his 4.2 million. So it's actually even a little less than what you're saying. It's not 2 million per year, maybe 2 million in totality for each, if that makes sense. So 4 million total.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what a undrafted free agent costs? You know what the minimum salary you can pay them is?
I don't know the veteran minimum off
Eight
the top of my
hundred
head.
$885,000. That's how much
Wow.
a rubber dub scrub is. Do you know what the price is for a 3 year veteran? The minimum price is
I know it goes up year by year, and then that eventually factors into your
yeah,
pension. I'm not sure.
it's $1.145 million.
Wow.
So take both those into because that's who you would replace him with, right?
Right. In theory, I would assume. Yeah.
In theory, you'd have to. Well, I mean, unless you replace him with
Unless you go higher, right? So, like, which is more
Barkley,
money. Right.
yeah, yeah, probably not. So, what are you saving? What are you getting? What are you saving for this conversation? That's what I'm getting at. So,
Yeah.
you gain a fifth or sixth round pick, and you gain, $750,000 in cap space.
Mhm.
What? Right? They both have upside. They both have potential, and you'd have to replace them. It makes no sense for it. And I'll tell you, if you other than the bra, right? Braelon Allen looks like a freaking monster, right?
Yeah.
He looks like the second coming of the muscle hamster, if you will. So
God
I
rest his
wouldn't get
soul,
rid of
unfortunately. Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of either one of them. I wouldn't even consider it because again, you have to replace them. It'd almost be a wash. Apparently, the Jets like to burn money, right? Hey, did you see that $18,000 I had? It's around here somewhere. I'm going to sign you. Here's some free money. Oh, you're cut.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was a little weird. What happened with Will Ferrin is who you're referencing, undrafted free agent, BYU kicker. Yeah, I actually have here he is. I wasn't prepared to bring this up, but I guess I did have it in the archives as I was looking for something else. But there he is, Will Ferrin. Hardly knew ye. He was. People have been asking about him, so it's a random detour. But so the Jets signed 12 undrafted free agents. Will Ferrin, the former BYU place kicker, is one of the 12. And apparently the Jets had to recruit him pretty hard to acquire him. And good on Will Ferrin for, in theory, choosing the Jets. It makes sense. Their kicker situation is unsettled. He could get some guaranteed money, which he got. You just mentioned it, a little under $200,000 guaranteed, which doesn't sound like a lot to the general public, but that's like good money for undrafted free agents. Because then it starts comparing favorably to what you would have made at ends of drafts. And so it seemingly made a lot of sense. So yeah, Woody Johnson wrote a check for a little under 200,000 guaranteed. 6 days later, he's on the streets. So yikes! Hey, I'd love to sign up for that. Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, anyways, it's a dumb idea. It'd be a dumber idea if we signed on to it, right? I think there's a lot of upside. I think Frank Reich really, and I'm not talking about sharing time or what other stupid shits. I mean, he said, It's all about the right situation for the right player, right?
Okay.
I think the Jackrabbit and Breece Hall, a lot of similarities there, and Braelon Allen brings something different to the table. And when we all know that Breece Hall can be tackled by a fingernail. So when you need it's the right situation, the right player, right? Yes, Breece Hall's going to get the majority of the touches as he has for his first several years in the league. So that only makes sense. But there are times where you spell him, you bring in a pounder, so to speak, and you need that yard. Let's be an NFL team. We'll line up, but like back in the day, we're going to run the ball up the middle, and then you see if people can stop you. So
Yeah.
yes, I like the running back room for the most part.
Which we'll
And
get into in a second. And look at this, Pop. I feel terrible. I'm accidentally breaking news to people. Mike Saunders is listening to the show. He just caught a random drive-by. He's like, wait, Will Ferrell's not on the team anymore? Why not? What happened? I'm so sorry. But yes, I did a YouTube short on it. I know not everyone can see every piece of content I put out. That's not possible, I'm sure. But yes, so they officially, at the time of all this happening, they signed a undrafted free agent draft class, which is very common. A group of guys that throw on the 91-man roster because they have an international pathway program player, Pascal Ikiji. He is on the roster as a defensive lineman. So they have 91 players. Most teams have 90. And yeah, they signed Will Ferrin, the BYU kicker, who was highly sought after by all accounts after the draft. And they signed him 6 days later. They cut him after the rookie minicamp. According to Zach Rosenblatt, apparently Will Ferrin was a little yippee skippy during the 2-day rookie minicamp, but like that seems like an overreaction to a very small sample size, but especially for the guaranteed money. I think, Pop, this is not going to surprise you, or I don't think you're going to disagree, is that, the more you invest in someone, the longer their leash is versus somebody else. A first round pick, he messes up. I'm like, well, yes. And I know you could tell Dallas Cowboy stories from the room of this player was sleeping in the room, and then this guy came in and telling stories about that, about who the player is as opposed to being someone else. Like Will Ferrin received one of the largest guaranteed chunks of any undrafted free agent, and then he was gone. So I don't know what happened. We just got to hope we trust Chris Bancho. I doubt they would have cut Will Ferrin without discussing it with Chris Bancho. I'm sure he was a proponent of whatever that decision was because they already paid him. So Chris Bancho must have not liked something he saw. So hopefully I'm trusting him that he knew something. That's unfortunate that you could get that scouting wrong. Again, it's $200,000. No one's gonna cry any rivers, I guess, but it just leaves your kicker situation down to Cade York, who has a 73.3% career conversion rate. That would have been third worst in the National Football League last season. And that's for his career. So that's not great. And then Lenny Krieg is a mystery man. He's from Germany, formerly part of the NFL's International Pathway Program. He was on the Atlanta Falcons practice squad last year. I don't know much about him, so hopefully a mystery is good, a good mystery that maybe they can unpack there. Those are the only two place kickers on the roster right now. So hopefully they have a plan. So yes, there's a random Will Ferrin story that apparently threw that at Mike Saunders. I'm so sorry that just like ruined someone's morning that they're like, wait, Will Ferrin. I'm sorry for all that. But there you go. So yeah, let's hope he's right. So Mike Saunders, apologies for just sort of clubbing you with that. My apologies. Anywho.
Yeah, let's get. We're on this off ramp already. We have an immediate breaking need by NC Green. So
let's see. Oh, an immediate need. Oh, maybe I missed the comment here. Let me see. Pops do tell. Okay, you have something to sell. Okay, yeah. What's up?
Keep going up the.
Keep scrolling up. Okay, all right, more. Let me see. NC Green. Okay, where's this? Oh, Hangover. Oh, okay. Here we go. So yes, let me get you a sounder for this. Sure. Share.
Yeah. So
let me read it for the audio only listeners. NC Green is asking, "Good morning, Coffee Club. Anyone have a good hangover cure?" Pop, go ahead.
Yeah. So everybody's good at a few things. Superpowers is I don't have many superpowers. One of them is I don't get hangovers.
Is that because you don't drink enough to get a hangover?
I wouldn't say that's the case.
Okay. All right.
Hey now. But I don't get hangovers. However, there was one time when I was in the world's finest Navy, and we went north of the border and visited Canada. And I won't tell that story, but essentially about 30 or 40 people from the submarine got in a fight with an entire bar. So that's a story for another time. But I will tell you about the outcome. Is I woke up probably a few hours after sleeping, and I had the first and probably only pounding hangover of my life. And so I'm walking around, I'm like stepping over bodies, like, you're a new person in the Navy, you don't have any money. So you pile people in a hotel room like cordwood. And so I'm stepping over bodies of people that are in worse shape than I was. And I'm like, oh my God, what is the matter with me? My head is fucking pounding. Jesus Christ. And so I'm looking and found some water, and I'm like, drink that. That does not help me. By the way, when was I eating the carpet last night? Like, what is going on? And then I discovered the cure. I have it right here.
Wow.
I discovered the
A
cure.
drop. Okay.
I discovered the cure on the table in the hotel room. Was, I don't have a Molson Canadian because that's what it was, but was a beer. A beer was there, and I had heard the story of the hair of the dog and all that stuff. And I said, well, the worst thing that can happen is I try it and it does not work. So I cracked open the beer. I drank about half of it in one swig. And within 30 seconds, the headache went away. And it was a beautiful thing.
So you're curious to drink more?
Yes. That is a fact. Here's your cure. Here, I've got some here, NC Green, here in Romania. This is Kozel. It's pretty good, 1874. But yes, hair of the dog, it is a thing. I never thought it was a thing. I've only had to use it once or twice, but it does work. It does work.
Hair of the dog. Wow, that's the more you know, the more you know. So thank you for that. The only other way we can properly compensate you for that story is Austrian Jets fan gifting a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships here on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Let's go. What a way. We're halfway through the month of May. It's May 16th, baby.
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
That is 75 bleeping raffle tickets for a #1 Austrian Jets fan.
Yeah.
Pop, can you reveal the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, if you may?
Yes, here we go. Stephen Kinslow,
Okay.
Dance 9721,
Nice.
Fonzie, A7X. And by the way, a quick aside,
Okay.
kids nowadays will never recognize how freaking cool Fonzie was.
Hey.
Hey. Paul Keenan, Patrick Cahill,
Okay.
Quibi,
Okay.
Cree Other Traveler, Big Spanish, and Jonesy 1989. 1989.
Okay. Good year. Nice. That was the year my but I don't think I'm supposed to be sharing women's ages. Anywho, #1 Austrian Jets fan. Appreciate you. Let me not walk down that rabbit hole. Appreciate you, Austrian. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. Whoa, Mamacita. NC Green appreciated your cure. It's magic. It's magic. 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships has just been gifted from NC Green. Every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, we play some of this.
Who wanna fly with
Oh, yeah, Pop, one of our biggest AG supporters. Beautiful. All right, 5-pack. I'll add this to NC Green's total, which is now 20 raffle tickets so far this month. Pop, who are these new members?
MB34012 at RAR at Tom Stokes Ryder and Tollins PA. Garrett Toll, Jet 623. There you go. Hey now.
Okay, very nice. NC Green is now tied with Kyle Clifton in our contest with 20 gosh darn raffle tickets. So appreciate all of you guys for making it rain up in here. Nice. Way to go, NC Green. Appreciate you, Austrian. And by the way, here are our raffle prizes for this month. We got a Garrett Wilson Funko Pop, New York Jets Polo, and a Kelly Green and Cream Sideline Historic 3930 Flex hat, baby. We're giving all of this away coming up on June 1st. So make sure you keep stuffing the ballot box with your raffles here this month. Pop, the only other thing I was going to finish off with on this Braelon Allen, Isaiah Davis stuff, and this surprised me, but I guess it shouldn't because Braelon Allen obviously missed most of last year after getting hurt in week 4 in the Monday Night Football game. But I thought the cleanest way to sort of, properly say what they've done in the NFL is their yards from scrimmage. That'll count their rushing, their receiving, everything, relatively speaking, and sort of bottle it up. Braelon Allen, through his first 2 years in the league, has collected 575 yards from scrimmage, and he scored 4 touchdowns. Your boy, the Jackrabbit, has nearly 100 yards more, 671 yards from scrimmage, and he scored 3 touchdowns. And he's had a few of those like splash plays. I remember the Bengals game down the right sideline where he had like a 50-yard burst. You're like, whoa, there you go. Like, I think we're really impressed by the physique of Braelon Allen, the youth. Like, he came in as the youngest player in the league, and he's halfway through his rookie contract. He's still only 22. He's going to be 22 the whole season. Like, that's nuts. So, like, I think we're impressed with a lot of the pizzazz of Braelon, but it hasn't been consistent. That Tennessee Titans game, week 2 of his rookie season, would that have been 23, 24, 25? Yes. So coming in as a rookie in that week 2 Titans game, like Braelon Allen had like 2 touchdowns. He caught one in the air, ran one in, and we're like, oh yeah, baby. But we just haven't seen it consistently enough. So I hope he can stay healthy and slash the usage of the offensive coordinator that he can spell, because it's not, we were talking before the show, I don't think this made it on air, about 1990s teams where you have a bell cow like Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith or something. Like, we're not quite, outside of rare exceptions, we're not quite in those days of the NFL anymore. You need a lot of different guys for spelling them, for injuries and all kinds of reasons, to have those guys ready. And I think Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis can be interesting pieces, which again is why ultimately I go back to the fact that I don't think they should trade them. We put a poll up yesterday, Pop, as soon as I put this up here on the channel. Let me see. I may have to go to my phone. I'm having a YouTube glitch right now to see. Let me see.
We got 46 votes.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. If you can, read the poll question out to everybody and let them know the 2 choices and where we're at with the poll results. Thank you.
Yeah. Should the Jets entertain a trade for either Braelon Allen, Agent Zero, or the Jackrabbit this offseason? We're at 46 votes. 48% say yes. $1 Million Man, everyone's got a price. And then 52% said no freaking way.
Interesting. Close to 50-50. I'm a little surprised, but maybe people are just down on what Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis give. And again, I think there's upside to both. And I don't think you could just simply replace them with random running backs. I know there's bigger name running backs that are available in free agency right now, but they're still free agent for a reason on May 16th. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but we'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest. Without further ado, let's get into the prize territory here. So, again, Rich Samiti says, now that Breece Hall's been paid, teams are going to come calling. That doesn't mean they're going to accept those calls or anything. That just the calls are going to come. So we're getting some of that action here. And to me, I just think that would be nuts. They shouldn't. Well, actually, before we get to your Breece Hall, your favorite shipmate, DNY for life. He is coming, baby. Oh, here we go. A 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. We have been absolutely unequivocally litty here on the show, Pop. Shout out to Devin, DNY for life.
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me! Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts. Woo! Give me some!
That's what I'm talking about. Devin, by the way, he and his whole family are returning to the tailgate this year. Not sure if we're going to see Pop break out the icky shuffle in the parking lot, but nonetheless, it's going to be great to have Devin back. I saw he's on our list. We have a pre-sign-up sheet in the YouTube description down below. More on that in a little bit. But Pop, who are these 5 members?
Sean, MCG, 13. Paul Niels, Drop Back Mark, Ryan Mercury, Ryan Mercurio, and William Sprague.
Okay, there you go. DIY for life up to 22 raffle tickets. He has jumped into sole possession of second place in our contest. So we see you, DNY for life. Beautiful. I will fix that on the raffle leaderboard. That is beautiful. So thank you to our guy, Devin, aka DNY for life. Let's keep that train rolling, baby. Let's frickin' go. You guys are great. Thank you for all the support. Much appreciated here. So this has been a lot of fun. Fun show so far. We will get into the tailgate stuff in a little bit. But Pop, I want you to be able to get to Breece Hall. Breece, he got the bag, baby. 3-year deal. Maximum value of $45.75 million, which again, if he reached all the incentives and the escalators, he'd be the third highest paid running back in football. You'd have Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and Breece Hall, and then Derrick Henry, and then Kenneth Walker. And well, actually, Devon Achane has now jumped in there, so I've passed over him. He's in that top 5 as well. I got to get used to new people being in that mix. But Pop, Breece Hall gets paid. I know you immediately texted me. I'm pretty sure it was congratulations, but I can't exactly remember exactly what that text said. But you did text me very shortly after the deal was announced. So, Pop, have at it. Breece Hall's been paid. Your response?
Yes. And I'm just going to speak the truth for a moment.
Sure. Yeah, that's what we all need in life. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this, and I will say nothing else again on it.
Again? I don't think that's true. I don't even think you believe that.
I'm going to say this and say, here's the fact.
Okay.
Breece Hall is a New York Jet, signed a contract, 2 years fully guaranteed. I think the Jets made a mistake. Okay. I believe they way overpaid him. I don't think they should have way overpaid him. I think they should have wrote it out. And, I would have given the transition tag to him and let him test the market. Whether it's his character where he talks badly about his teammates when he's talking about the Jets as he has in the past, or his anti-Jets kind of flavor of the things he said. And I mean, his stats just don't weigh out that he should be the third highest paid running back in the league. That's just a fact.
Yeah, he's fourth right now. I know, but at the time of being paid, Devon Achane.
At the time of being paid, right? Since he's entered the league, he's the 15th leading rusher since 2022. He ranks 15th. He does get to number 10th in yards from scrimmage since he's been in the league. But he disappears in big games. Go back and look. Don't take my word for it. I'll give you a few things. You can go look at it. There was 5 or 6 times last year he wasn't the leading rusher, although he started the game. Quarterbacks were, or other running backs were the leading rushers for the Jets. There was at least 6 or 8 games this year that he averaged less than 3 yards a carry, right? You go back to 2023, he had 10 games where he didn't crack 40 yards rushing. These are all just facts, right? I agree that it's been one thing or another, and he hasn't had the best offensive coordinators, and they haven't always put him in a position. That is a factor. But I think the Jets should have attempted to pay him less. And if he wouldn't take less, and I'm not talking about, offensive numbers, but, I think he could have been had for $12 million a year. And every dollar counts as you have to re-sign some of these other players. You're going to have to re-sign Tippmann, among other things, as I see in the chat. And that's all it's about. It's not that he's not a valuable member of the team. He's just not at that level to pay him that much money. And we don't know what this year looks like. We know what last year looks like. We don't know what this year looks like. And to take a rather sizable chunk of the money available for 2026, I just think we could have done better. That's it. He's a member of the team now. I can move on.
Let me ask a few follow-ups, if I may. Do you believe that this situation that Breece Hall is currently in, like I'm talking about leading into the 2026 season, is the best situation he's ever had around him?
No, I do not believe that.
Okay, please elaborate.
Yeah, the year that the Jets had the third most, the best quarterback in the past decade that suited up for the team. He ended up having the third most passing yards in Jets history with Aaron Rodgers. I believe that was the best opportunity he has as a running back.
He did. The Jets were last in rushing attempts in that season in 2024, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, fine.
And what did he do with them? What did he do with the attempts he had? Because it should have been wide open as Aaron Rodgers is throwing it all over the place, which is what you've alluded to with Geno, with him spreading the ball around. That'll open the lanes for Breece Hall. Well, they weren't open because he didn't crack 900 yards that year.
Well, if he didn't have enough attempts and he couldn't crack it in 32nd, there's 32 teams in the league, but that's anywho. I was just it was a setup. It was a setup question. I thought you were going to say yes to, but that's that's why you don't assume anything. Okay. You said that it took out a large chunk of the cap this year, which it did when they franchise tagged him and then ultimately negotiated a long-term deal. What else would you have used the money on then? Like they have a lot of cap space right now, relatively speaking, but like, we're here in May. What are they going to use this money on outside of extensions?
Give the signing bonus to Tippmann, re-sign his contract. That's what I would have done, give him some of the money.
But you could coexist. Like, you could do both things. Tippmann, there's still room to extend Tippmann this offseason if they want to.
Breece Hall, a 2-year guaranteed contract. The Jets are on like a 3 or 4 year plan, not like the guy from Big Daddy who's on a 5-year plan not to die. Right? This next year, and it's funny. It's funny because, right, 2 months ago or 6 weeks ago, you were realistic about it. Now you've already warped yourself into a season prediction of 14-3 prediction win-loss. This season is going to be we haven't even the quarterback of the future maybe in the building, might be
Cade Klubnik, baby. You've seen that aura. You saw that 34-second slow motion video.
Years. By the time we come out of the other side, say it is Club Cabe or whatever dipshit name is, he's not going to be starting this year. Maybe next year is his rookie. Maybe next year's his rookie year, and then the year after that. So now we're into 2028. By the way, Breece is gone by then, so things that will help the future.
Okay, why you say that? Like I was realistic about it a couple months ago. Now I've flipped the script. For me. 1 second. Let me adjust. There we go. All right. I'm so short. I got to use this office chair, for God's sake.
You're on the phone book.
Yeah, I will neither confirm or deny that. Although, do those even exist? Do people still have that? That used to be a very valuable resource in any home, and now it just where are all those? I don't know.
Other than you sitting on them.
Yeah, apparently. At least I'm getting use out of them. The thing that to me makes sense about it is that Breece Hall helps out this year, like Geno Smith and everybody. We're trying to win games, and I love it. I'm all on board. I want to win games too. I want to win as many games as possible, and so does AG for that matter. So Breece Hall being here helps that. And then he only has 2 years of guaranteed money, so the Jets are going to have to revisit this. It's a 3-year deal, so they have an extra year on the end where the Jets can revisit with Breece for an extension or trade him or whatever they want to do. They can figure that out later. But in terms of guaranteed money, he signed for 2026. Obviously, he's going to be here for that. And next year in 2027, in theory, we have a young quarterback that you're drafting. Wouldn't you want a talented running back behind him? So Breece Hall is going to be here for this year, which is important to win games. And then next year, the rookie quarterback, Pop, unfortunately dropped out there. I think he dropped out because I was dropping too many facts. I think that's it. I think that's just what happened with Pop. He was just so disgusted by the facts that I'm dropping, he had to just drop off the show. But this is the thing on Breece Hall, to reiterate it as Pop tries to see if he could come back, is the Jets are only paying him for 2 years. Whether you are the biggest Breece Hall fan or detractor in the world, this is a short-term move. It's this year and next year. I think we have Pop back. Let me see. Pop. Okay, I just start dropping facts and then you run for the hills? Come on, man. I don't know.
Those weren't facts, moron.
Okay. So
your rationale and hypothesis is Rich Cimini.
The most idiotic thing I've ever heard. but let me just because I don't know what you heard or what you didn't as you dropped off, but I would just reiterate this. It's only a 2-year deal. It's on a 10-year deal. This doesn't hurt their cap long term. They had $150 million in cap space next offseason. Obviously, they had the money this offseason to pull off the move. Breece Hall's here to try to win games in 2026. And in 2027, he's going to be with, very likely, outside of Cade Klubnik suddenly being the guy. But even in that case, he's a young quarterback too. You're going to be with a young quarterback next year. And when he turns around the hands off the ball, it's going to a very talented guy. So, like, I don't get the uproar for paying Breece Hall, is my point, basically.
Yeah, because you didn't have to pay him that much. You should have made him prove himself. And just to say that, like, that's, you don't think that way in your life.
What do you mean?
Your family needed a dresser to put clothes in, and
boy.
you had the money, and you tried to cheap street somebody.
It's a negotiation. It's a
and
negotiation.
You wouldn't pay $30 for a dresser, but you then, by the way, within 24 hours, spent $300 to go to the Baltimore Ravens Jets game, but wouldn't have a piece of furniture for you to use for years to come. So don't tell me about spending money. You wouldn't
no regrets. No regrets. No regrets.
You wouldn't act that way personally. You would not overpay. Well, I have the money. I'll just pay. I'll overpay. The pizza guy, I could have got the pizza for $10. I gave him 50.
You say that like Breece would have taken $12 million. The franchise tag was 14.3. Why would he have taken a deal that paid him any less? That doesn't make any sense.
Because we would have been a longer deal. A longer deal. Obviously, he's not going to take less than the franchise tag. I would have let him play it the frick out and show me that you're not the 15th best running back in the league.
All right. But what about this angle, right? Darren Mucci avoided a drama storyline. Breece Hall would have held out all offseason. All kinds of BS would have been going on as they're trying to focus on trying to win and turn this thing around. So there's all that drama of everything potentially happening. And so that's what could have happened if he chose door 1. By choosing door 2 and paying him, Breece Hall's happy. He's showing up. That's good for business. And you send a message to the rest of the locker room. Look, I'm Darren Mucci. I'm going to tweet this out for the Jets Collective podcast, one of my many jobs. But Rich Cimini did the research into the last couple of general managers. Darren Mucci versus Mike McCagnon and Joe Douglas. And Darren Mucci has already extended more players than Joe Douglas and Mike McCagnon ever did. Already being on the job for a little over a year. So I think rewarding your young players and bringing them back on these extensions, that's a good message for the rest of the locker room that if you deliver, and in your case, you don't think he delivered, but for most, some level of deliverance, you'll get extended and you'll stay here.
Thank God Mucci's re-signing all these players on a 3-win team. It's genius. It is truly genius.
Is it chicken or the egg? You just said so 3-14. So everyone sucks. No one is worth. Hey, see ya, Olu Muiwa. See ya, Armand Membu. Sorry, 3 games. Get out of here. We have a bunch of losers over here. Come on, man.
Come on.
You got to be kidding me. What do you think? This entire roster is just a joke? That's just bereft of talent. It wasn't a coaching issue. Look, it's crazy when you get to the final product.
Everything on a coaching issue.
It's crazy when you get to a final product at 3-14. You're like, wow, you must have sucked all year. And then we just start thinking about a handful of games that go this way instead of that way. Week 1, Chris Boswell hits the longest field goal of his career, 60 yards. He misses it. We win. Brandon Stevens catches the pick 6 lollipop that Aaron Rodgers threw him. We win. We lose that game. Week 2, no words I could say. They got beat with a pipe by the Buffalo Bills. Week 3, Tampa, they blocked the field goal. They took the lead with less than 2 minutes to go. That could have been a win. Aaron Glenn doesn't start 0-7 if that happens. Week 4, Monday Night Football against the Miami Dolphins. They're right there at the end of the game. They blow it. There was all these games last year that they could have won, and I just mentioned 2 or 3 off the top of my head that doubles their win total. So, like, come on, man. Come on.
You know one thing in common with those games you just mentioned?
What's it?
Breece Hall sucked in those games that you just mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Sucked. Go look at the stats. Don't listen to me. Go look at the first 6-pack of games, the ones that they were in it, very close wins, losses. They weren't wins. Very close losses. Breece, anyone see Breece? See Browns?
What about the future? This is I disagree with your earlier statement. I believe that this is going to be the best situation Breece Hall's ever been in. The offensive line is solid. We will see how much more beyond it is, but I'm willing to say solid at this point. I have higher expectations than that. You've got a wide receiver room with Garrett Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, Omar Cooper Jr. Garrett Wilson is a star, and then the other two you have high hopes for, as both of them were top 50 picks in terms of, or top 60 picks rather. Adonai was a little outside the top 50, and then Omar, who was a first-round draft choice. Kenyon Sadiq, Mason Taylor, those are all good weapons. Breece Hall, Braelon Allen, Isaiah Davis, and then Geno Smith, who I think will raise the floor of quarterback play. He's going to be a hell of a lot better than Justin Fields. Not that that's saying much, but he's going to be better. I think this is going to be the best situation Breece Hall's ever had. So in theory, that should lead us to the best season Breece Hall's ever had.
And we'll see.
So you're not drafting him in fantasy football is what you're saying.
No. And if you remember, if we rewind a few years, everyone was giving me a load of crap. Everyone drafted number one. I said, be careful. And you know what I said? I was right. But
were you? Do you know?
Yes,
Okay. In that draft, okay, if you didn't take Breece Hall number one, do you remember who went number one that year? If you didn't take Breece Hall in fantasy?
No.
Christian McCaffrey, who played 3 games. So you got a lot more juice out of the Breece Hall selection. He played 3 games, man. So a lot of people were kicked out of their fantasy leagues for picking Christian McCaffrey.
Anyways, to answer NC Green's question, because we're men of the people.
Okay, one second. Let me. Yeah, this is the question you're highlighting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a super chat. So, all right, hang on one second. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna. Wow. And the question is this for audio-only listeners, $2 super chat. Pops, what would you have paid Breece? Be fair, okay? Be fair. Now go.
Yeah, and I was not there. Now I'm going to go upwards, but I originally was at $10 million a year. I would tell you that I wouldn't have paid more than $12 million a year, and that would have been a stretch. And I wouldn't have guaranteed that. It would have been a similar guarantee the 2 years in the third year, and I would have made very incentive laden, because he really there are times he's disappeared, and it would be incentive laden on top of that. So no more than $12 million a year. That's what I would have paid him.
Okay, so let me ask you something here, Pop, and I appreciate that. NC Green, you got yourself another raffle ticket based on your previous super chat combination, so we appreciate it out there in the audience. Okay, just on this note, so when people get paid, and this happens all the time, they're not always the best at their position. Again, this player I'm about to say, I love this player. I love this player. I assume you love this player. Is Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the league?
Is he the best quarterback in the league?
Come on, Dak. Hey.
Well, let me ask you a question, then I'll answer. My answer won't change. Who is the best quarterback in the league?
Flip your coin. Matthew Stafford's the reigning MVP. Josh Allen is the MVP before that. I don't know. Flip your coin on one of those two, probably.
Yeah. So I would say he's in at least the top 3 best quarterbacks in the league. Dak Prescott.
Okay. I like Dak a lot, but the point is he's not the best, and that's okay. Dak was in a phenomenal negotiating position. Not a lot of people best Jerry Jones, but Dak bet on himself in the right situations, and it worked out great. And he's the highest paid at $60 million per year. And there's been many other quarterbacks been paid. They have not topped him yet. So salute to Dak Prescott, who, again, we have apparently concurred is not the best quarterback in the league, but he's really good, but he's not the best. But he used his position to get a better deal than what it says. You don't always get paid what you are. Why is he the 3rd, 4th, 5th best up? Well, I guess let me move over the tiles up. That means you got to get paid this much. Sometimes your position puts you in a place where you could get more money than maybe you've deserved, and it is what it is. Or deserve is a subjective word that people.
We're going from being in the upper stratosphere to Breece is not even close in the same neighborhood. 2 of the past 4 years, Dak Prescott has arguably been the best quarterback in the NFL. He led the number 1 offense last year. Number one
didn't win
offense.
MVP, which would indicate the best
Well,
quarterback in the
they
league.
give the MVP is all slanted, right? I can name 2 quarterbacks that have produced less than Dak that get none of the hatred that Dak gets.
Who's
Dak
that?
gets a lot of hate, right?
Who are those two?
Lamar Jackson.
Two-time
You know
MVP?
that? Yeah, right? Because he
Near
doesn't
three-time MVP. He should have beat Josh Allen the year Josh won
because
it,
he
but
doesn't
yes.
play for the Dallas Cowboys. Look
Okay.
at the stats. Look at the year. One of the years he beat him. And then what's his name? Name's Herbert. How is he not get any hate?
He got
Right?
one MVP vote last year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, pathetic. Dak is better than both of them, but they don't get the hate because they don't play in Dallas.
Apparently that's true. But the point was, it wasn't to go on a Dak Prescott rant, who I love. I really like Dak
But you
Prescott a
started
lot.
it.
But no, the point all I'm making is, and I'm not comparing where Dak is to where Breece is. It's just the principle that, like, you don't go to the gods, your Breece Hall, and go, gods, I'd like to receive a contract extension now. They're like, all right, let me look at the running back list. Where do we think you are? All right, here's your pay. Now leave. Like, it's all situational. The right year, right time, the right situation with the right team could get
Yeah,
you
but they
paid a
didn't have
different
to
amount
do
of
it.
money.
Yeah, I think your argument works if you're in the pool of arguably the best, like the best wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb comes up, and then it's one of the guys from Cincinnati comes up, and then it's this
Sure.
guy. But they're all very close to each other in talent level. And Breece is not very close to the top 5 running backs in the NFL in talent level. He's
Well,
just not.
That's not what ESPN did a panel. 50 scouts, coaches, league executives. They pulled off and said, "Hey, who are the top 10 best running backs in football? Who are the best?" And they all voted. Jeremy Fowler put them all together. The best running back under the age of 25 that they voted on was Breece Hall. He was number 2 on the list, only behind Christian McCaffrey. So obviously the league thinks he's an uber talented guy. And the Jets were going to use the transition tag for $11.3 million on Breece Hall, which obviously would have made him outside the top 10 highest paid running backs based on that tag. The Jets heard the heavy whispers that a lot of other people did for the combine. Oh, geez, if we put the transition tag on him, he gone. They're going to, the Broncos, who are a very highly rumored team to be in on Breece Hall, was going to pay him out of the bag, take him from the Jets. Jets get no compensation if they lose him on the transition tag and don't match that deal. And they're like, crap, we don't want to just lose him for nothing. So we pay him. So that's the league thinks he's super talented. They do. And now it's time for him to pay the piper. And the Jets didn't want the drama, and they like him apparently a lot. AG and Muji have said that every time that they've had media availability, that they think he's a key pillar of this team. They want him around, and they've rewarded him now. To me, and we mentioned it. I don't know if this happened during the show, before the show, so I'll reiterate it now, I guess. Bijan Robinson's about to be paid. Jahmyr Gibbs about to be paid. In my opinion, those guys are way better than Breece. So
yeah, everyone's
okay. And I think they will be handsomely rewarded contractually this offseason to reflect that. And then all of a sudden, Breece Hall starts dropping to barely top 10 running back money. Then all of a sudden, this deal doesn't look as bad. It ages fine. Like, I think here's another thing. Paying him before Devon Achane got paid is good for business. And then Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, just get this deal out of the way and then let it fall. Garrett Wilson, right? You complained about this one too. He was a top 5 highest paid wide receiver in football. And then a flurry of other receivers got paid. Now all of a sudden the Garrett Wilson deal doesn't look so bad.
It still does.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree, I suppose. But NC Green, thank you for the super chat coming up here on the show. Is there anything Breece Hall else you want to? Do you want to burn a jersey there in Romania and do some Romanian chant, perhaps? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
He's on the team. The Jets overpaid him. Those are both facts. He's on the team. Let's move on.
Give me a prediction before we move on. What do you believe Breece Hall is going to do this season? Do you believe he's about to have the best year of his career?
I think he'll be in the same neighborhood that he's been in, that in the 800 to 1,000 yards with a couple hundred yards receiving. That's what I think.
So it would surprise you if he did significantly better than either of those categories.
It would surprise me. That is true.
Okay.
But unlike the past, except the 2024 year, they have more weapons than they've had in the past. And so they're going to spread it around more. So there'll be less for him to eat, so to speak. But I imagine he's going to be 800,000 yards, maybe, and a couple hundred yards receiving. That's what I think.
All right, I'll go bold prediction here. I think Breece Hall is going to have 1,300 plus rushing yards, and he's going to have 500, and he's going to have 500 plus receiving yards. He's going to be second in target share behind Garrett Wilson. That's what I believe. 500 plus receiving yards, over 1,300 rushing yards.
Okay, we record these, right? So we can come back to it.
And this is live right now. As a matter of fact,
didn't you predict last year the Jets were going 12-5? Your predictions are not too. They don't smell very well. They don't age very well.
That's one way to perceive it. Or me, that means I'm due for one of these to be right. Another possibility. Possible. Yeah. Wait, let's do the math real quick. Let me pull up the calculator since I don't trust myself. All right, okay, 1,300 divided by 17. 77 yards per game? He can't do that? Okay, all righty. My prediction isn't even that bold when you start breaking down the numbers. Okay?
Except, what has he done before?
It's neither here nor there. There you go.
Yeah. Details are unimportant. Let's not cloud this conversation with facts.
Okay. No, I'm just saying we should show some love. All right, Pop, are you ready for the... Oh, before we go to the phone lines, we have another super chat coming in. I love this. Let's go to Chef Kevin Gilbert, Fastest Food Reviews, who, of course, will be at our tailgate. We'll plug that in just a second. $10 super chat here.
Wow.
Thank you for the $10 super chat, Chef. Good morning, Pops and Boy Green. When are we going to stop with the Breece hate? Hashtag or pound sign. Brody Strong. Let's go Jets. 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 Hey, come on, Pop. What is the Breece Hall hate and slander and disrespect? You got to stop.
I didn't hate him at all. I said he was overpaid, and I provided his statistics over the first 4 years of his career. All those were numbers I said were factual. So I have no hatred for him. I hope he succeeds. I don't think he's capable of getting 1,300 yards rushing, but I hope he succeeds.
Pop, don't you not pay players for what they did in the past? You pay for them what they could do for you in the future?
Moron.
I think there might be something to unpack there. Just saying. Just want to throw that out there in the universe. Appreciate you, Chef Kevin Gilbert. We've added 3 raffle tickets to your total, good sir. And Chef, great stuff. Fastest Food Reviews. Make sure you guys subscribe at Fastest Food Reviews. Him and his son's YouTube channel, which is spectacular. Go ahead, Pop.
I cannot wait. One of the highlights of the last tailgate, and I call it the tailgate weekend. One of the highlights for me, it was not the game, although I enjoyed the game. It was great being with people. It was a phenomenal tailgate. And so, but it wasn't the tailgate either.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the dinner the night before the game. I thought that was phenomenal. Really appreciate it. Chef, going out of your way to treat us like royalty. And I mean, everybody. And so I really look forward to doing that. Obviously, the whole package, but that was one of the best parts of the weekend.
Well, I will inform you all that I've booked that date with Chef for the restaurant takeover. So the game that we're all. So let's go tailgate before we go to the phone lines. It looks like the game that we're going to be tailgating for the second annual Boy Green Woody tailgate will be the Week 5 Cleveland Browns game on October 11th, 1:00, MetLife Stadium. On May 20th, that's 4 days away, so keep the countdown rolling. That is when my Jets ticket rep will have a conversation with me once they finalize ticket pricing, and then they start asking me about preferences and things of that nature. So it's not official yet, but it's about as officially as official gets because I've already Pop can go, Woody can go, Chef can go, Luby can go, all the key pieces. I'm still waiting to hear back from Chris Strevler. We'll see if he ends up swinging by the tailgate. That'd be pretty cool. So TBD on that. But a lot of the pieces are moving in that direction. So it's gonna happen, but I just need the official word from the Jets before we can start truly promoting and stuff at full flower. But we're doing the restaurant takeover the night before, which will be my beautiful fiance's birthday, October 10th. I just let her know yesterday that, hey, guess what, honey? Because she asked me yesterday, we were in the kitchen, and she goes, hey, have you figured out when the tailgate's going to be? I'm like, yes, I have. And she went like, oh, well, what is it? And I'm like, oh, and I'm being a little coy. And she's like, is it the Patriots? I'm like, no, it's not the Patriots. And she starts guessing teams. I'm like, no, that's not the issue. That is not. And then eventually we land on the picture and what? Huh? Who? What? And I'm like, yeah, just sort of what it works out for everybody. But we'll get you a cake and do a nice thing at the, we'll do it probably at the restaurant takeover. We'll do a birthday slice there and do some other stuff with her during the day. Maybe I'll have to come up a day early now to do some other stuff, but it's going to happen. So she seems thrilled, just, through the roof, enthralled perhaps, which is great. Any advice on that situation?
No advice.
Excellent.
No
great.
comment.
So, anywho, people, while it's not officially yet, like I can't give you guys prices or anything of that nature. I won't know that for a few more days. And even then, hopefully I'll know the full prices at that point. If not, it'll be shortly thereafter. Looks like we're going to the Jets-Browns game, Pop. So to everyone in the universe, if you've been trying to the ominous, it could be anywhere in September, October is probably pretty difficult. But now that you guys know it's 99% going to be the Cleveland Browns game, you could start planning accordingly. And most importantly, in the YouTube description of this video and every live video we've done for like the last week, there's an early sign-up sheet. This is critically important because for the tailgate, it will sell out. We're already at 86 people, I believe, the last time I checked it. Actually, now on the latest, actually, I believe it's 90 now because of we just had an entrant last night. So I believe there's only 10 tailgate spots left. It's first come, first serve. And then you can show up to the tailgate, but to have a part of the food package, we only have 100 tickets available. So if you are interested, click the Excel sheet down below, give your first and last name. Do you want to sit with us at the game? Yes or no? Some people are, some people aren't, so no shame either way. But if you want to sit with us and make that a part of the experience, make sure you say, yes, I do want to sit with you guys, and how many game tickets you would need. And then keep going from left to right on your sheet. You'll see tailgate tickets. Do you want to eat with us? Yes or no? And then how many tailgate tickets you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put an email for you. What I'm going to do is once the prices are official, I'm going to chronologically in order go through everyone from the top of the list to the bottom of the list and say, hey, here's how much it is. Are you in? And they can say yes or no. If they say no, new tickets suddenly become available, and I'll let you guys know on the show if that happens. So it commits you to no price if you sign up right now on the sheet. It doesn't guarantee that you have to go and have to spend the money, but it gives you the first opportunity to be asked to go once we know the prices. So if you're even remotely interested in going, I highly recommend doing it. And as Pop mentioned with the restaurant takeover, I don't have a sign-up sheet for that yet. I want that to be totally official with our game choice before I start putting up a sign-up sheet for that. But some people went to that, Pop, that didn't get to go to the game. Ant-Man, AntJets82 in our audience. It was awesome to meet him. Snowball could not go to the game, but he met us at the restaurant takeover. We had people that were at the takeover that came with us the next day. DNY for Life was there. Shad was there. Badshaw was there. Indy was there. Philly Noodles was there. And I'm going to miss people, but there's a bunch of people that went to both. But some people can only go to one. So the restaurant takeover is a cool, laid-back opportunity. We're not pressures of anything. We're just chilling, having a good time. And we did some giveaways. And, Pop, I'm looking forward to this announcement coming up once we have some bells and whistles sort of lined up here, is that it sounds like our Wounded Warrior project, your Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior raffle, will be making its epic return this summer.
That's right. What's the name of the couple that's expecting? They were there, right?
Yes, of course. The Langleys, Joshua and Cecilia Langley. They're having some beautiful children later this fall.
Yeah, and the Iowa Jets fan, just trying to think of people. Yeah, have Mo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of people that you might have missed.
Yeah, I definitely miss people because there was like 40 people at the restaurant takeover. So definitely, I did not just say 40 names right there. So there was more than that. So apologies to anyone that I did not leave on, but it was a terrific, spectacular experience, and it was a lot of fun. So I imagine the Langleys. I think I remember their due date to when the tailgate is. I believe that is in October. So maybe Cecilia can hang on strong and show up.
Is
Maybe
there a doctor in the house? Is there a
right.
doctor in the house?
So, that's not the kind of delivery I was expecting to make at the tailgate, but I will help any way that I can. Yes.
Smooth Groove was there as well. Smooth
Yeah,
Groove.
there you go. Yes, 100%. Let's go Smooth Tea, baby.
Eric.
Yes, Terrence Hill. Yeah, he was there with his friend. That was a lot of fun. So, yes, Terrence, 100%. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And Terrence is coming back, so that's going to be awesome. So I can't wait. It's going to be Barbara was there. I don't think she made it to the restaurant takeover the night before, but she was there at the game with her and her husband, who's a Vikings fan. I'm sure they would have loved if we did Jets Vikings. Unfortunately, that one didn't end up working schedule wise. That's at the end of the season. So sorry, Barbara. I would have loved to hook you guys up on that one. So yes, yeah, Hop on Pop was there. Yes, Cisco. So Hop on, and Cisco's going to be here at the tailgate this year. So yes, Hop on Pop was there. Woody was out there at the restaurant takeover, but he was there the next day. But yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff. And yes, you gave a lot of love to Chef Kevin Gilbert. I wanted to as well. Man, he killed it. He did a great job. He hosted us. Then he hosted us the next day. I mean, he did a great job. So it should be wonderful. I can't wait for that. And Pop, we'll see if this works out with your schedule. So, okay, there's the tailgate. Again, you guys can sign up. And Barbara says, yes, I will be there. Booyah, Barbara. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Barbara. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing that energy. Looking forward to that. That's going to be terrific. So, yes, one more on the Excel sheet, then I'll go to this other event that's coming up. So, again, if you guys are interested in going, make sure you sign up on the sheet. I don't want you guys to be left out. So, make sure you guys do that. Click the Excel sheet in the YouTube description down below. If you have any trouble with that, email me. I can help you out. If there's a technical issue, you can't access it, or you're having any problems whatsoever, no worries. Just email me and I will fill out the sheet for you. Just do it ASAP so you don't miss out. Again, it'll be first come, first serve. Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. That is PaulAESDENJR gmail.com. Email me, say, Paul, I want 5 tickets or 3 tickets, 1 ticket, whatever tickets. No game tickets, just tailgate tickets. We have a few season ticket holders that are joining us. They don't need to sit with us, but they're going to come to the tailgate. That's awesome. So no matter whatever way you guys want to come, make sure you guys reach out. And as soon as I have the details and the information, whoa, prices are this, whoa, tailgate price is this, I'll reach out to you in order, and then you guys will be able to make a decision at that point. Pop, the other event that's happening is the Gang Green Beach Club, baby. Saturday, July 11th, Boy Green's going to Atlantic City. HQ2 Beach Club, baby. GangGreenBeachClub.com for more details. $25 a ticket. It's going to have all these wonderful Jets media members and content creators like Jake Asman, ESPN's Rich Samini. You just called the jerk earlier. Brandon Tierney. All these wonderful people, including yours truly, Wink, are going to be there. And Hep says we should do because there's a beach right there that we have as part of the Gang Green Beach Club, that we do some sort of a touch football tournament. And Boy Green, Coffee Club versus the Asmaniacs and all the other content creators out there. And then we beat everybody up. What do you think about that, Pop? Huh? Oh, GGBC action.
I do think that's a good idea. I will not be able to make it.
That's too bad. Perhaps
the mom G is your lovely mother is doing is raising money and competing in a triathlon to raise money for cancer that weekend. So
wow, okay, that's about as good of an excuse I've ever heard to not be at something. So that makes a lot of sense. So blessed be he, blessed be he. So appreciate that. So folks, if you do want to go though, again, it's GangGreenBeachClub.com. It's $25 a ticket. I'll also be potentially giving away some of these tickets somewhere leading up to this event. So keep an eye out for that as well, potentially. But a lot of fun content creators are going to be there. It's going to be a good time. So hopefully I see a bunch of you Boy Green Coffee Club members at this event. It's going to be a great preseason event right before training camp to get us all ready for the season. So that should be spectacular. Again, GangGreenBeachClub.com. Pop, we got 500 friggin' people in the room. Let's go, baby. And let me check this because we were getting close. Let me check my phone here. Okay, let's see how many people away we are, Pop, from another level of subscribership. Let me see. We're one subscriber away from 8,640 subscribers as we make our chase to 10,000 people. So make sure you guys check it out. We've had so many great interviews over the last 2 weeks. Bucky Brooks of the NFL Network joined us. I got some more clips I'll be cutting up from that interview. Blake Jones, the NFL Senior Director of Broadcasting, he helped put that Jet schedule together, and we asked him some NFL schedule questions. That interview, bonus interview, is up on the channel. Chris Strevler, within the last 2 weeks, recently retired. So we've had some fun interviews, plus our Boy Green Daily shows every day. So it's been a lot of fun, which is awesome. Pop, are you ready for the phone lines?
Yeah, I have a few minutes. I've been out of the United States for a little while, and so I'm a patriot. I love the United States.
Okay.
And so right after the show, I said, what can I do? What's the most American thing I can do over here in Romania?
Mm-hmm.
And so I figured out what it was, and I'll be going to the Hard Rock Cafe, Bucharest, after the show.
I did not know that was a thing. Okay. All right. That is cool.
Amen.
All right. There's nothing more American than a Romanian Hard Rock Cafe, baby. Wahoo. I'll be curious to see, depending on which Hard Rock
put some pictures on the old Discord.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I'll be curious. Different Hard Rocks have some different bands featured. I'd be curious what guitars and stuff are on the walls of that place.
I'll take some pictures. I have gone to the Hard Rock in Barcelona before, and I don't know if there's a Hard Rock Dubai, but if there was, I didn't see it.
Okay, well, that's all right. We'll keep looking, or maybe we could create a demand for it. All right, everybody, we got 500 people in the room, which is awesome. If you guys have questions or comments, light up the chat. We've had some super chats and memberships being gifted, but the phone lines are about to be open. If you'd like to call in, that's an exclusive YouTube item. That's youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. We'll play a quick half timeout, and up next, your phone calls here on Boy Green Daily.
1, 2, 3.
That's a spirit, baby. HEP, H-E-P, HEP, HEP, HEP. Hep, hep, hooray! Yeah! 500 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. We're back. I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. That is Hop on Pop, my father. My dad, little, Stu Gatz action. We have a little bit of our Dan Lebitard show. Get some father-son doing some content, which is awesome. I'm very pleased that I get a chance to do that. That's one of the great compliments we get all the time here on the program is that you guys really get a kick out of seeing me and my dad, me showing my dad how it's done, showing him some of the IQ that Jets takes, always being right, some of those kind of matters and items, always sort of hitting us up there. So appreciate you guys in the audience. But again, Pop, we only have 50 likes. We have 500 people watching across our social media portals, including double that number on YouTube. Any insight that you'd like to share to these people?
That math is not math. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages.
Yeah.
Take that like button to Pound Town.
Please do. That is the free way to contribute, and that's how this Jet show gets in front of other Jet fans out there in the audience, baby. All right, let's kick it off here on the show. We got a lot of callers. Excellent. We'll start off with NY Jets FL, baby. Ted.
What's up? Good morning, Pop. How are you? Paul?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So I was thinking, I agree with you at Dak Prescott being a top 3 quarterback. The only problem is he's 2-5 in the playoffs, and it's like dating a beautiful woman, and then when she starts talking, you're like, oh God, I got to put up with the maybe not so intelligent. That's my that's my first point. On the running back, the offense was so inept that Breece is going to have so much more opportunity, Paul Senior, with his. I mean, you have these weapons that can spread the field. You have a big running back, Braelon Allen, and a quarterback potentially that is not afraid to throw the ball. So I think Breece's upside is huge. But I agree with your point also that there is a lot of mouths to feed. But I think Breece is going to have a couple of 150-yard running games and possibly a 200-yard running game in some of these games. I can see some 80-yard bombs going, especially with the offensive line. I won't even mention that. That's my thing, Salvo.
His that looks like a hat that's rivals Hep's hat from the tailgate.
No, that's proper length. That's proper length on that hat.
Cutting my yard. I'm cutting my yard today.
Yeah,
so I'm out.
Wait. Okay, Ted, can you lift your phone? All right, lift your phone. Let's get a north-south on the hat, okay? Okay, wait, maybe. Yeah, okay. No. That's proper. That's proper length. That's not quite Hep's. Hep's had the duckbill thing going on there. It was an angle shot. See? So there you go. And Ted, see, you gave a little love to Pop, a little love to Boy Green, but 200 rushing. That reminds me of the Thomas Jones game he had against Buffalo. We just started breaking it to the hizzy. Oh yeah, a 200+ yard rushing game. Yeah,
that reminds me of the 200-yard rushing. That reminds me of the 178 yards against the Patriots, that if it had been 184 yards, he would have hit.
Was that on Breece? Or he would have had 1,000 yards? That's on the mathalates of stupid Salah. And we're going to give Salah the freaking business week 1. Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
See, that's why when you play the numbers game, it's a little deceiving, right? You can say, hey, Breece wasn't great, but in the context of, say, the Buccaneer game, Tyrod Taylor was playing. He was running for his life most of that game. Plus, it was the heat and everything else. So, things have to be put in a little bit of perspective.
I think so.
Let's say that. One more thing on the quarterback situation next year. Baker Mayfield's a free agent. If Tampa goes sideways, which is always possible with Todd Bowles, and he's certainly on the hot seat.
Yep.
He's a true free agent. I would, and I brought this up one time, Paul.
Yes.
I would. You have 3 ones, and you can get maybe a player like Baker.
So would you get both? So would you get Baker Mayfield some big money free agent contract and draft a first-round rookie?
Yes, without overreaching for the rookie.
Okay.
I mean, you could certainly trade out some of these picks for a quarterback-hungry team, maybe a little hungrier than us, and you can add weapons that we would need based on, maybe a linebacker or whoever else because Demaro Davis is on a short-term deal.
Right.
And you never know how number 44 is working out. I'm sorry, his name is
no, that's right.
Leaving
Jamie
me now.
Sherwood.
So
Yeah.
Jamie Sherwood. You never know how he's going to work. I think Jamie Sherwood's going to have a good game because he's not going to have to call defenses. He's going to be the guy just doing his thing. Let DeMario call the defenses. That's another thing. DeMario is going to put the defenses in better positioning every week. Looking at saying, hey, shift or whatever the different defenses they're going to call. So anyway, I know you got. I have a lot of
real quick. So 2 things here. First off, I agree with you. Not enough people talk about that with Sherwood. Jets did not add any significant linebackers. Him playing off ball and not being the green dot Mike, I think is going to allow him to play free, and hopefully that helps him deliver on money. And then Smooth T says Terrence Hill says he met Ted in Tampa last year. Is that true?
I believe so. It was such a blur. I met so many people. I met Philly Noodles. I saw Big Fella. I saw him the year before in New York at the draft.
Cool.
Ricky NY was there.
Nice.
Dylan Terraman was there. It was good. It was hot as hell, even in that restaurant. Can you believe it or not? Man, it was so hot in Tampa. Not
So,
I mean,
Ted, are
I
you
was
coming? Are you coming?
Paul. I'm 80% sure I'm coming because of my work. So I can at least after July 4th, I'll know more. But I'm more than likely I'll come up.
Let's go. We're gonna get to meet Ted. Let's
I'm
go.
psyched. I'm psyched. Pleasure.
All
How
right.
you all have a good one. Peace.
All right, there he is. NY Jets FL. It sounds like we're going to be 10 for the first time. 80%. I like those odds. I like those odds, Pop. Very nice. And by the way, I'm seeing we're getting emails in, so thank you guys. If I don't respond, obviously, I'm on the show right now of people that want me to sign them up for the tailgate package. So again, I'll highlight it one more time. That is paulasdjr@gmail.com. I see I'm getting multiple emails live during the show. That's perfect. I received them. If I don't respond to you, then something went wrong. So if I don't say, oh my God, thank you so much, I've put you on the sheet. If you did not hear that from me, then I did not put you on the sheet. So make sure you light my email up until I answer you. So I will get to them after the show, but paulasdjr@gmail.com. Want to make sure that's clear. Let's go up next. Chef Kevin Gilbert, baby. Oh boy. Oh, I better duck out of here. We got a boxing match going.
Yeah. Good morning, Pops. How you doing, man?
Doing great. Doing great. How are you?
BG, I can't hear, man.
Oh no! When I do that
Damn
thing,
it! Why does this happen?
I don't know. Okay, 1 second, Chef. All right. Okay, we gotta kick Chef out. Damn it! Every time I do that switch swapping, it sometimes hurts people's audio. So I guess I can't play around anymore. So we'll get Chef back in a second. Lost his audio when I said, "Here we go, Pop versus Chef." See, I goofed around too much. Much. So hopefully we get Chef back in a second here, and we'll fix that here on the show. But yes,
I would appreciate it if you didn't cut me off, and when I have my points to make.
You thought that was funny, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was sending it to you. Do it. Like Animal House, the devil in the shop. Do it now. And I want to do the whole quote from the movie, but
that was the whole time my demons were speaking to me. So I waited a long time. If you guys see the short or video, whatever I put up on it, like it shows that time went by, and then there's almost like a 5 seconds later, doot, and then it skips forward to that part. But then I was like, the demons got me. Phew. And I should have held it a little bit longer. Like it was enough that he knew. He knew that it was because he went, "You son of a gun." So as long as the effect hit, but I should have let it simmer just for another second. That's funny. While we're waiting for Chef, super chat's coming in, Pop.
Wow.
$2 super chat from Ace of Spade. Thanks, buddy. Braelon Allen must run low. He was hit right on his knee. Well, part of that, he was on a kickoff return, which would speak to potential Jets ineptitude, that you have this bruiser power back who does have, he's more agile than people give him credit for, but I don't think anyone would ever mistake him for this kick returner. So for him to lose his season on that, I'm sure was frustrating for Braelon because it was getting tweeted everywhere. What are the Jets doing? So that was bizarre. In general, he has to run more low. And man, what and if I ever interview Braelon, I would try to not bring this up, but I don't know how you don't. So he fumbles going into the end zone. So that's another game, right? We talked about week 4 Monday Night Football, these games that were close. The Jets on that first opening drive took the ball and marched right down the field. Boom, boom, boom. And Braelon Allen's diving into the end zone. That's a touchdown, 7-0 in Miami. Who knows where it goes from there? Unfortunately, Braelon Allen dives towards the end zone, ball punched out, and the whole game goes a different way. They end up making it close at the end, but the whole script of the game changed at that moment. And then we lose him for the season because of the knee injury on special teams. So that was brutal, Pop. That was brutal.
It was.
Yeah, but you're a Braelon Allen guy, though, right, Pop?
I do like Braelon Allen. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's. I think for whatever reason, the past few seasons, our offensive coordinators have been sus, as the kids say. Sus.
Yes. That they have. Ace of Spade, I just put that down towards your raffle ticket total. All right, I believe we have Chef back. I'm not playing around anymore, not moving camera angles, not doing nothing. Not pressing any buttons back here. Chef, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know where you sent me, but I wound up taking my credit card out, paying for the StreamYard stuff.
What?
Hopefully it works. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't have a, whatever.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah. No, yo, first, man, just good morning to y'all. Shout out to Brody, man. Brody Strong. We appreciate those updates, Pop, man. We're praying for Big Bro, man. Number one Austrian Jet fan, Johnny Boy, Indy Jets, man. Get better, fellas. Um, I appreciate all those good things, Pops, you were saying about, the restaurant, the tailgate, all that stuff, man. We're gonna make it better this year. I promise you, man. Everybody that's gonna come to the tailgate, everybody that's gonna come to the restaurant, believe me, you will have a great experience. Just ask anybody that's been here. We'll make sure that this is good. The outcome of the game, that's we have nothing to do with that. But anything that's in our controls, believe that, we'll make sure that it's a great time. uh, I'm not going to be able to pop on Wednesday, BG. So I felt like this was a good time, especially hearing not so friendly Breeze stuff, man. I had I had to hop on, and I'm the biggest Breeze guy here, man. And, I take the Stones, man. Hearing Ted Yu talking about Breeze, I mean, I'm the biggest Breeze fan out there. I don't know anyone bigger. I ain't talking about no 200 yards, man. I ain't talking about that. But I appreciate that, Ted. I believe he's going to be a beast, man. And now with the weapons, spread everything out. Obviously, having a more seasoned offensive play caller without not having Tanner, I felt like he kind of hurt us. Also with the way our team was ran last year, and the way we tanked, and really not having much of an offensive game plan, not having good field position because our defense was dog doo doo. Like, I feel like with Breece and what he was stacked up against last season, for him to be able to pull out 1,000 yards rushing, that he's primed this season to really put in some work. So that's why I'm pretty hopeful, and it's hard to push back, Pops, on the stuff that you were saying. The stats, the only thing I could really say is the play calling. You go from Hackett to Tanner, like, god awful, man. Like, the weapons, the defense, with Salah's last year, with what Joe Douglas did. Like, when you got Alan Lazard at number 2, like, yo, it's tough, man. Who's gonna respect the offensive game, man, when you got, Conklin and Rucker? Like, yo, it's tough, man. But I'm here to defend my boy Breece, man. He's, is he overpaid? We could all say that based off of production. I'm not going to fight against that. But we need a weapon, man. And he's somebody that's here. Braelon, if Breece was gone, Braelon Allen, Isaiah Davis, like those ain't the ones to step up into the number 1 position. So we definitely need them as backups. But Breece is the guy, man.
Well, again, it wasn't, my stuff was fact based. I think we overpaid a little bit. Hopefully it opens up. Unlike Boy Green, I think that we didn't see him open up with Aaron Rodgers' year. I know that we didn't have that many running attempts. It didn't seem like he did the most with them, but no hatred for Breece Hall. No hatred for Breece Hall.
And I just want to add this in for 2023. This is a damn shame for all the obvious reasons that Aaron Rodgers went down. Breece Hall's first 2 carries, remember, the previous year to that, he was injured. So 2023, he steps up. Do you remember his first 2 rushing attempts, Pop, in that Jets-Bills game with Aaron Rodgers 2023?
Bro, I was at that game.
Of course, Chef Kev knows. Pop, do you remember?
Took it 30 yards up the sideline.
26 yards up the left hash, and then 83 yards to right time. Now, if Garrett Wilson didn't start celebrating too soon, that would have been a 100-yard touchdown. So Garrett was going, woo! And I'm like, wait, Garrett, block him, Garrett. And then Breece Hall got caught from behind.
First
got a little
carry.
Yeah.
In fairness, to do a balanced perception of Breece Hall, I didn't mention there was another stat that he is in the top 10.
Oh, here we go.
He's in the top 10 since 2022. He's actually in the top 7, and that's the amount of fumbles.
So
he's definitely in the top 10.
There it is. Okay. All right. So again, first 2 carries of 2023, he ran for over 100 yards on the first 2 carries of the game. So Breece Hall was on a hell path in 2023 if Aaron Rodgers' Achilles would have remained intact.
Pops, you got 9 in the box.
Yeah, man.
When you're gonna tackle him, it's not clear. It's not the Tiki Barber yips. It's none of that, man. he's getting hit by 2, 3, 4 cats, man, and they punching out the ball. Yo, what can he do? There's no protection. Everybody is the game plan is stop the run. That's what AG said last year. He gave away our game plan, right? We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna play defense. Well, we damn sure didn't play no damn defense. But running the ball, Breece got 1,000. I'll take that any day, man. And he didn't play in the last game. There was a couple where he had 60-yard rushes. Like he wasn't really getting that production, man. This year with the weapons spreading everything out, not him being the focal point, because that's what it was. He was our best offensive player last year. There's no cutting around the bush, no stats to say elsewise. He was our best offensive player last year. And did we overpay? You already said that. What was a better option, Pops? You tell me what was a better option for us to do. Don't tell me about no Jeremiah Love stuff, man. That don't make no damn sense.
It sure does make. So listen. Yeah, we Jeremiah Love would have been the NFL Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and he would have been the face of the Jets franchise for a long time. I hope Breece Hall.
So he would have. So you're telling me that you're comfortable paying a running back, him being the highest paid in the NFL, Jeremiah Love? Because if you're drafting him number 2, he will be the highest paid in the NFL as a running back. You're comfortable.
Yeah, most guaranteed money. Yeah, he would have had 50.
He will. He will. It will be the same Saquon Barkley stuff.
Yeah. Well, he is currently the highest running back in the NFL, right now.
Yeah, by guaranteed money. Yes, that's the most guaranteed money.
Right now, I mean, he is. He's just not
my love.
He's not in the gang green, right?
But the trenches, Pops. I know you agree, man. Those trenches are more important. The money got to go there as opposed to the running back. You got to agree with that. You can't dump a boatload of money for Jeremiah Love.
Well, we would have paid him $5 million less a year than we're paying Breece.
Correct, but then eventually, when we are getting this ship rolling, what's going to happen? Now we got to dump a bunch of boatload of money into him.
Well,
when we're already priming up for the playoffs.
Just on this, Chef Kev, right? So let's say, as you say, Breece. Let's say we had 2 scenarios. We put him on a transition tag. Someone else signs him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other scenario is he with the offense spread out, he does well after these first 2 years. 2 years from now, he's going to ask for another contract, of which he's only going to get more, right? And so let's say that total number of contract totals 5 years. The next contract he's going to get would have been 16, 17 million a year. And if you add that up, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, bop, right? You've got like $80 million locked into Breece Hall for that 5 years. We would have paid Jeremiah 50.
Understood. Your math is mathing today, Pops. I like that. Your math is mathing today.
That's refreshing.
So the Jeremiah, but with that, all right, you let Breece go, transition tag, which it doesn't make no damn sense to me, but you do that. We're just going off of what you said. Draft Jeremiah Love. Now we got another hole. We got the edge. We got that in Bailey. So how much of a difference maker is Jeremiah Love compared to Breece? And I'm still in the camp that Breece is better. I'm still in that camp. This rookie this year, Breece will have better numbers than Love. I'm still in that camp.
Yeah. So, they won't be apples for apples, right? He'll be on the Cardinals, who will truly suck, right? So, he probably will have. Yeah. So, for the record, I will say, Jeff, you are likely right that Breece Hall's number may be better than Jeremiah's, but that isn't going to be a talent thing. That's going to be a suck thing, because Arizona Cardinals below.
But you understand about drafting Love, where now we still need to address our D line.
Right, who would have filled that David Bailey spot as well? Yeah, that's
So
what Chef is saying. Because if you
that's my thought process. I'm not saying Love is a scrub by any means. No, nobody's ever heard me say that.
I'm with you, and I would tell you that not too high on our first draft pick in the first rounds. Not too high on him. I don't.
But obviously the Jets are, though, right? Like they investing that, they think he's going to be a superstar pass rusher.
Yeah,
The
and I think
superpowers,
he
man.
will be
AG's going to unlock that, man. I believe
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
and I think
Superpower.
he'll be a fine pass rusher until they run at him, and then he's going to suck.
He can get better. He's young. He's young.
Go look at how he did against the run in college.
Not well.
Great. Not great.
But but like who gets paid the most money? The best run stuffers in the NFL or best pass rushers in the NFL?
Why do you have to do both?
Maybe
You
he
just
can
gotta
do
pay him
both.
a-
We're like, condemning him based on college. Like they shouldn't be a finished product coming out of
He's going to
college.
get better.
Yes. Don't you imagine
he has
any
to.
rookie you draft?
There's no
Should they
way.
get better?
He's got
Yo,
to.
he
Right.
has to.
I agree with you. He can't be worse. Yes, he's got to get better. But all I'm saying really is we already had a liability at the pass rusher against the run. And now we have two liabilities, one on each side. So we really got to focus on training camp on some basic fundamental skills. That's what I'm saying. They got to be able to do.
We'll be there, man. We'll be there at training
Yes,
camp.
we will. Let's go.
We'll firsthand look at all that stuff, man. I can't wait. I still don't have us too high, man. I can't wait to hear BG's win-loss predictions, man. Because
If you remember 2 or 3 years ago, he had him. The only team he had him losing to was the Arizona Cardinals. I think he had him as 16-1.
I was slightly off. Slightly.
I know with
askew.
all your reporting, BG, all your insider stuff, man, you're gonna be a little bit more accurate this year.
Clearly,
I feel it. I hope you're not going into double digits, man.
We'll see
But
what
if
happens.
you do, I would like to hear that report. I'd like you to share why you think we're gonna get that. We just got to see that. We just got to see the play on the field, man. How hard they're gonna play. Everybody talks about AG, man, great guy, this and that. All right, cool. They were saying that about Salah too. We still didn't get what we wanted to see. We still didn't get the wins that we wanted to see.
No.
With the schedule, man, we need to really do this, man. That Tennessee, that Tennessee stuff, man. Pops, you going to that?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to that. I will be actually back in Romania at the Tennessee, unfortunately. By the way, NC Green, it's rude to let people drink alone, so I'm going to open
There you go.
this.
5 o'clock somewhere. There you go. Crack it open. There you go. All right. Are you about to shotgun this? Are you about to show us? Your technique.
Stone Cold. You got two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to shotgun it, but I will cheers to the coffee club.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Mazel tov. Oh, great. Okay, chef. I assume no alcohol's in there. He's on the job.
Nah, man. Little later, I'll be at that Mets Yankees.
Oh, Subway Series. Okay, nice.
Oh,
Game two. Game 2. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Game 1 looked good.
Yes,
it's so hard for me to talk smack about the Mets. The Jet Met fan.
Yeah.
I do not I don't start it. If they come at me, I'm ready for it, but I don't, man. I don't want to do that, man.
I will tell you what, if you're a Jets Mets fan, I just say this: God bless you. God bless you.
Facts.
Good
people, man. If they don't ban jump off shit, they ride with them, man. They have good counters. When I do get in the mix with them. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you rooting for the local teams, man, I rock with you, man. With y'all, the gang green. I know Pops the Jets is your second team. I'm hoping those Cowboys got to give us a nice little pick, man, next year.
Yeah, baby.
I'm hoping for that.
We need a Cowboys dude all over here.
All that Dak stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how many playoff games he's won, but
2 apparently.
Yeah, he's been with them for a minute, man. When it comes to running backs, Emmitt Smith, he's one of the GOATs when it comes to running backs, but I don't really know too many other great, since him. Don't talk about no Felix Jones. Don't talk about no Marion Barber. Don't talk about
DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray.
What, you a fan of him? He a Hall of Famer?
I don't know about
I said
that.
Great, man. Great running back. We talking
Julius
about Emmitt
Jones.
Smith.
Marion the Barbarian.
Felix Jones. I said, guys, man.
What,
Julius Jones.
Yeah.
Julius
Zeke?
Jones.
Zeke is that guy.
Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
that
He had
he's
a
that
nice
guy.
little
They
run.
gave Jerry gave him a bag.
Yeah,
I know all that, man.
yeah.
Tony Dorsett.
Oh, he said send Emmitt Smith.
Oh, it's since
But, yeah,
Smith.
but yes, Tony Dorsett, of course. I sent you a picture. I was in Pittsburgh, Dorsett Drive, right there. I passed it when I was going to the
After
draft.
Emmett, man, it doesn't look too good, man.
Yeah, it's been a little questionable. That's fair.
Darren McFadden, I think, too, might have.
Did McFadden swing by too?
For half a second.
He
Yeah,
did?
yeah,
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Was he and
I
Felix in
love
the
Darren
backfield
McFadden,
together at
man.
the same time? Were they together or no? Back
Who's that?
from their Darren McFadden and Felix Jones. Were they
No.
together, reunited in the Arkansas? Ah, no. Okay. That's too
I
bad.
do not believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
well.
the Cowboys recycle a lot of running backs, right? They had Eddie George for a little while. So.
I forgot about that. That's hilarious. Yeah. He was on the cover of the Madden 2001 video game. Beautiful.
Let me run. I got to get this restaurant right before I dip out and go to that game, man. I appreciate the both of you. Thanks for the great shows, man. You know, the support, man. When it comes to family, you know, it's great seeing y'all doing this, man. Just know we praying for Brody, man, all day, every day. Let's go, Jets.
There he is, Chef Kevin Gilbert. I didn't mess with any buttons this time. The mic setting is in. It is completely there. All right, Pop, you tell me. We have one caller left. Do you have time or you got to dip?
Yeah, we'll do the caller and then I could give Brody update after that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Pop, this is your first introduction to this man. Some people know him as a mad scientist. Other people know him as the Beast. There you go. What's up, mad scientist?
Good morning there, Dr. Boy Green. How are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing very well. And this is my old man. This is my pop.
Roman, I noticed you had that Carlsberg, eh?
That's true. Probably
Carlsberg.
the best beer in the world.
I've had that in college. Very delicious.
Okay, great.
I will take. I used to do that. Warsteiner, Stademat, and Rattenberger, Unbex.
I've never had those. Okay, great.
Also, Okochim Żywiec, Warka, Zaguli, good stuff. Everything. Poland, Germany, two of the best countries in the world when it comes to beer, especially when it comes to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the
you know what Oktoberfest means?
Sure,
lots of drinking games, and especially a lot of table whatever it is, drinking games. Monkey quaking, also known as you drink from and also game of quarters.
Ah, yeah, sure.
I only have one question for you. Is it Mr. Mad or it's a Mr. whatever, Mr. Beast?
Scientist? Yeah. This new nickname. Yeah.
So
have you ever taken a bite?
I will be coming to that 4th week game and be surprised. I'm coming up to my old stomping grounds in good old New York City.
Okay, great. The tailgate, you're coming. That'll be great. Can't wait, Mr. Scientist.
Yeah, well, this is. I got bad knees, and just yesterday I bowled 4 matches.
Whoa. Wow.
115, 119, 135, 155.
Oh, nice. It's way better than I do when I'm bowling.
What do you bowl?
About the 40s.
When I get triple digits, I'm like, all right, nice. So, like, if I get 100 or 105.
As Bob Barker once said, oh, that's close. Oh, boy. So let's look at the numbers. Let me just say it's for Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Shut up. Put your boots on. Get your ass out there. You're going to take a lick. And I'm going to tell you what. You get banged up, don't worry about it. We always got reserves. That's why. Always keep reserves. And just remember these words. Stay on your feet. Don't get knocked around like a punching bag going, psh, psh, psh. You get knocked around like a punching bag, you'll be going, whoa, man, whoa. Like you were knocked into somewhere in outer space.
Right.
You know, that. Star Trek.
Sure. I'm a more Star Wars guy than a Star Trek guy, to be honest with you.
I hate it. Star Trek didn't make any sense to me. It sounded pretty weird. I was like, what the hell is this crap? I don't understand this.
Laser guns and things. And I don't know. I'm coming from over here. Like, there's just a
So
lot
what
of weird
the hell
stuff.
are they talking about? It don't make any sense.
Nah, it doesn't.
I never got into Star Trek. I looked at when this is too freaking weird and
Yeah.
whoa. You gotta be amped up on weird drugs to watch Star Trek.
Yeah. I'm definitely a Star Wars guy for sure. So is Pop. Pop's a
The
Star Wars guy.
very first Star Wars that I prefer was the CBS Fox version.
Oh.
You know which one I'm talking, right? The first trilogy that came out with the words CBS Fox Video.
No, I don't know which one that one is.
It was the one on tape on VHS.
Oh, okay, cool.
Original version, nice. The very first original version, and then when they did the 20th anniversary edition in gold, they upped it a little in digitalized form, which that was okay. And now it doesn't make any sense anymore. Star Wars does not make any sense anymore.
Yeah, there's Disney like a million of them now. Hard to keep track.
They really watered it down so bad it looks like a deformed plant.
Yeah, I get that vibe, but I can't believe you're going to be at the tailgate. That's going to be awesome, Mr. Mad Scientist.
We'll get those grills ready because there's only two things I'm bringing: one, a spatch, and two, the grabbers. Because why do we use grabbers? Because in case of situation, you don't want to burn your hand and then go, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that would be
because you burn your that's unsanitary. That's why you put the gloves on. That's true. Gloves.
Well,
even the restaurant managers we even say put the gloves on because you don't want to actually burn your hand and then you have to wind up in the emergency room going, oh. You know how fun that's. You know how fun the emergency room is. Yeah, you gotta sit there for hours and go. Are you kidding me? Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And it ain't fun anymore. Yeah, it's called. You ever hear it? Pick it up. Go.
Yeah, try to get a little.
But to our boys, let me just say it's for the boys.
Okay.
Do the best thing. Don't get knocked around like a punching bag.
Okay.
That's all. Am I asking for much? No. I'm just asking you. Just get out there, get their asses kicked, put them on the side, and then when it comes to the tougher teams, you get your ass in that boxing ring, and you're gonna take 15 rounds of pain, 15 of the heaviest rounds. Sure, you're gonna get punched in the face, but don't take it too hard. That's why you go slow first. Example: when quarters 1 and 2 start, you knock them, you punch them and knock them on their ass a couple rounds or two. Then when the third and fourth quarter starts, then you really go for the final touch and put the final kill on them. Knock them on their ass a couple times. The punches are gonna hurt, but go for the ribs. That's what you're supposed to do. Go for the ribs. If they spit up blood, so what? So what? Knock them on their ass. It's not hard. Come on. It's like George Carlin said it best. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 good meals, you take 1 good shit, you go back to bed. Where's the mystery? There's no mystery. It's up here.
That's true.
Up here.
I'm glad. Well, Mr. Mad Scientist, I'm glad that you got to finally meet Pop, and we can't wait to see you at the tailgate, pal.
Where's your Pop from? Romania?
The sort of that vicinity. Yeah.
I see. So, who you root? So, are you ready for World Cup time? Because it is that time.
Yeah. Did Romania make the World Cup there, Pop?
I don't believe in soccer. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to watch that for starters. You don't watch any baseball, do you? Or do you watch anything like cricket?
No, but I hear them right now.
Oh, you mean crickets.
Well,
yeah.
We actually can't hear you anymore. Maybe you should call back in. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying.
Okay, yeah, I think you're having a technical thing there, Beast. I don't know what just happened there, but thank you, Beast. I appreciate you jumping on the program. That was fun for Pop to meet the Beast, the Mad Scientist. Apparently, you're going to be at the tailgate, so that's great. All right, beautiful. Pop, can you give us a final Brody update before we sign off the show?
I can. And by the way, have you ever seen the Beast and George the Animal Steel in the same room?
I have
together.
not, but I have thought about that often. Unfortunately, George Amos is no longer with us, or is he?
Or is he? Hey now. All right. So update on Brody. He long story short, they are still doing recovery procedures associated with his pancreatitis.
Yes.
And I'll be the first to tell everyone that pancreatitis, I did not think, I didn't realize how significant or serious a disease or itis that it was, but it's no joke. So, anyways, he is speaking, he is walking, he is doing well, physical therapy. Excuse me, he will be in the hospital probably another month, as he has at least probably 4 more procedures to go. But he is doing well. He is able to talk on the phone.
Great.
So hopefully 1 month from today he'll be able to leave the hospital and go back to his house. So he is doing better. Thank you everyone for the support and prayers. He still has a few things he has to work through, but he's going to be all right.
Well, thank you, everyone. Again, I'll repeat exactly what Pop just said. The Brody Strong messages, there's some very scary times. My Pop was very open about that, there's a time where it wasn't looking very good at all out of nowhere. And that's very scary. And anyone that, has gone through stuff with their family knows exactly what that is. So, blessed be he. Thank you guys for all the kind words, the prayer emojis, and everything else. Your prayers have clearly been answered here. And, amazing. So, Pop, thank you for that. Well, that's a great way to end the show. Thank you to the 500 plus people that are in the room. Thank you for supporting the show. Again, a couple of things you could do on the way out to support the program. Like the video, that's free to do on YouTube. Subscribe, that's free to do. Let me check YouTube to see if we surpass that milestone here. No, we did not. We still have 1 subscriber away from 8,640. So, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you listen to the audio-only version, I've heard, when I meet people at the tailgate, one of the things I say if I've never met you before is, "Oh, wow, Boy Greendale, how'd you hear of the show?" And I hear a lot that say Spotify or this place or this place or this place when it's audio only. And that's pretty cool. That's how people found the YouTube show. So I appreciate it. Please make sure you guys rate and review the show. I am now on the Believe Network audio only, and they appreciate hearing feedback, and so do I. So make sure you guys show that love. And one more before we get out of here, Pop, a super chat coming through from Cisco Lopez, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
Yes, he says these are for Brody. Can we give them Brody raffle tickets? You absolutely can, Cisco. So thank you very much out in the audience. I will match. I will make sure they go to you and Brody. So thank you very much. It's a very kind gesture. And that'd be cool if Brody ended up winning a raffle. I know that would mean a lot to Brody. So thank you for that. I just put that towards his total. So thank you, Cisco. That's super cool of you to do that.
And you never know. There could be an opportunity in a few weeks where you see Brody on the show.
Ooh, oh, that'd be great. And maybe get Brody at one of these tailgates in the future. That'd be nuts, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
and I look forward to a week and a half. We'll be doing several shows together live.
Yes, I am visiting my pop at the end of the month, so terrific. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be a real treat. So you guys will see a lot of those together here. So again, I want to give a shout out to the Believe Network for believing in me and recruiting the Boy Green Daily Show over to their audio platform, which is terrific. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much for everyone for all the super chats and memberships. Austrian gifted 10, NC Green gifted 5, DNY gifted 5, NC Green super chat, Fastest Food Review super chat, Ace of Spades super chat, and Cisco Lopez super chat donating those raffle tickets to Brody. That's very, very meaningful. So perfect. And one last super chat here from your guy, Uncle Indy, Pop.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw that. So more raffle tickets for Brody. So thank you, Indy. And Indy called into the show within the last couple of weeks. It was cool to see Indy for the first time in a while. That was awesome.
That is amazing.
Okay, beautiful. So we will add that to Brody's raffle ticket total. Thank you very much, Indy, for doing that. That's beautiful. And thank you to everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Pop, any final thoughts?
Have a great weekend, Coffee Club. We'll see you again next week.
There you go. And I will be back on tomorrow morning for a Jets Worldwide Takeover and more. We'll see you guys then. Take care, everybody. Peace out.